Welcome back, hunters! I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, where I think this will be our last week of Sunbreak before I go into Monster Hunter World ICE, or Monster Hunter World Iceborne Community Edition. I can't really think of too much more to do besides like some build videos. I have gotten one suggestion in to improve on the wall build that I kind of put together, or was suggested quite a while ago. So I have to thank Negative Enigma and Todd Wheelhouse for, making our wall build the fortress build. Because there's another skill that can actually boost your guard up. Actually, there's two skills that can kind of work in conjunction to boost your guard skill up to even higher levels than Guard 5 and Guard Up 3. So, that skill in particular is called Embolden. So, actually, let me toggle display. Okay, so when you're the target of the large monster, the target becomes more likely to become enraged, but increases your defense as well. So basically, when the monster focuses on you, it's easier to get ticked off, but you're going to get a defense boost for it. And you're also going to get a little bit more than just defense boost. Because as we read on the right there, defense goes up, slightly prolongs dodge and invincibility, and slightly lowers impact when guarding. That's only level 1. We've gotten level 3 on this, which means you have the defense plus 40, greatly prolongs the dodge and invincibility, and greatly lowers the impact when guarding. That can also be combined with, where is it? Level 1 of Tune Up, which increases the stats of Silencer and Shield. So we went from a wall build to a fortress build. We'll try it out, see how it goes. I am kind of curious if I should have added another skill onto this to try to make it so I always have Embolden active. I might actually take a look. I'm trying to remember what it's called.
Hey, good to see ya.
I think it's only like a 1 slot. Diversion. Increases the attention drawn when attacking a monster. Now, I don't know if I really want that or not, because it seems like quite often I always have the monster's attention hunting solo, so I might just leave that off of what I've got.
I'll be here when you need me.
But let me just go through the full build from the, set decorations here, because this actually doesn't really use any augments aside from an attack boost that's on the heavy bowgun. So we've got the Silver Soul Helm with foil 3, the 2 absorbers. The Onmyo set or the Violet Mizustune pieces are where Embolden is only found right now. Probably once we get Violet Mizustune as an afflicted monster, maybe we'll see it come in as like one of those new decorations made with that. But yeah, Embolden is on the chest, arms, and legs for this set. And we got Iron Wall Shield, Quick Load, 2 Tenderizer Chain, 2 attacks, Quick Load, Spread, Quick Load. Actually, I should check. Does this already have... Oh yeah, it had Burst already built into it because of the Fleming Espinoss heal. And then the Talisman is a level 3 guard, and then I slotted in 2 Sniper Jewels. Those I probably don't really necessarily need, since this is going to be more of a spread build, even if I don't have a max spread skill. So I don't really have anything else I could have taken out if I wanted to keep the other bits. But yeah, we'll take this out, see how it goes. I just want to make sure, yeah, I've got everything I need to keep us with spread ammo. And we'll try and see just how ridiculously strong this guarding full build or full focus is. Then for another build I'm going to be trying this week, I'm going to see if I can maximize the potential you get out of Wyvern Heart. I'm thinking like a Rambo build. Use the True Shot skill in conjunction with, I think it's like Focus or a Charger or something. There's one of the skills that reduces the charge time that I think also applies to the heavy bowgun, the light bowgun for their special ammo as well. But we'll worry about that in another episode. For now, let's try and see what would be a good monster to try out all this super guarding ability with. Silver Athos might not be a bad one. Actually, if I could find a... Ooh, maybe Rajang would be a good one. Or should we try a... I'm kind of leaning to doing a Scorn Magnamalo that's afflicted. Just because that one is a monster that can really send you around pretty good. So, yeah, I think that's going to be our target here. We're all good. Let's head out and try this sucker out. Now, it's probably going to take a while for us to actually take down Scorn Magnamalo while afflicted. This is more just to show off how much the monsters twunk off the shield as they keep striking us. And with how the wall build already was fairly good, aside from like getting blown up from behind because of Seething Basil, again, not really the best monster to have tested the build out with originally, this is going to be a very interesting battle. Yeah, snag everything here because I am solo. Snag the herbs. I will say one thing about Sunbreak, after having, like, World and Iceborne having the nice player hubs, or,
Sure.
like, multiplayer hubs where you could have, what was it, 16 people in one? It feels like Rise took a real step back where you can only have a hub of, like, say, 4 people at once. I kind of hope for Monster Hunter going forward we get larger player hubs or gathering spots. So that way you can have a little bit more engagement aside from, like, say, just going to a board and picking what you want done. It's kind of something where social community kind of lost its social aspect just because of the convenience that the SOS stuff allowed. Yeah, I'll just snag these. Oh, I thought I picked you up. Just because it isn't an investigation, I might as well grab all the little bits I can to help get points in. It still feels a bit slow, but I feel like there's a bit more of a stall. Once you're, like, working from, say, investigation ranks, I probably estimate maybe 110 to 140.
Master Hojo is doing
The biggest thing that seems to really help you go through those ranks is if you can get the Bahari's request or the research requests and go for ones that have that as the target. Because the multiplier really does help a lot for cutting down on just the amount of grind there is. Now, let me snag that. You know what, I'll snag this, circle around, and then work up here. If we're lucky, we might actually get the last spear birds I need just from the little bush up here. But I am kind of surprised there isn't a simple, like, one-slot decoration that gives you, where is it here? Gives you the Dongo bird collar, because I have to admit, it's very handy having that, and it cuts down your prep time for hunts in half. Just because you do get double the effects of all spear birds, or I think it's a chance, if not all. Either way, you super notice you are much quicker to be able to get yourself up and prepared for everything maxed up. We'll just get our stamina up because we might need that. And then we'll go and see how we do up against Scorned. Now, I'm going to try not to use the Wyvern Heart because we're using the shield. That's one of the things about the special ammo, is as much as you think you might be able to use the shield on, like, Wyvern Hearting, you cannot. So this is probably going to be an exclusive. We'll try using Spread 3 and just see how long it goes or takes. Snag that. Snag that. Okay. Alright, I don't have a evade extender. Oh, you screwed up, Volfango. That's one thing I actually kind of like, is that even the large monsters hate things like Volfango in the maps. Oh yeah, that didn't even affect us at all. We lost no health from that. That took a little chunk off, but again, nothing really bad at all. Oh, one thing I should have tried getting in was maybe going for peak performance with this set. And the reason I say that is because if we're losing so little health, like, from these attacks, I probably could have kept the peak performance up with Kushala's Blessing without any trouble at all. But yeah, it is a fortress build. I really gotta thank you guys for suggesting and letting me know about, like, Embolden just increasing this even more. It was Negative Enigma who clued me in about the Embolden skill, and then Todd Wheelhouse mentioned that the Foil 1 will apply with it. Oh, bugger. Let me just see if I can wyvern ride this guy quick. See, I don't know if the buildup is... Yeah, I think the build-up's pretty slow because I'm not using the counter charge. Okay, you know what? Instead of wasting time here, I'm just going to keep focusing on Scorned. I don't really have a good way of getting the Wyvern Ride procced off, so... Okay, where? Oh, there he is. I was trying to figure out, like, I know he was supposed to be right around here. Oh, well, I guess we can always bring the monster with us here. There we go. Yeah, wasn't really intending to get this turned into a wyvern ride, but I guess I'll take it with what happened. Yeah, that's one thing I gotta be careful of when wyvern riding against Basil is he likes putting down a lot of scales. And I completely screwed that up. Okay. Well, we're just shaking off the rust of the first recording to the day. Now, I might have... Okay, yeah. I'll have to be careful if I do get hit by the, Hellfire status, because that cannot be blocked through. But I am a little surprised about how much damage we are still doing with the spread shot, despite not having the skill maxed out. So this isn't too bad for actually dealing damage out. Does make me wonder if I'd have a way of even pumping up further. But instead of getting greedy, let's just make sure we can successfully take him down. Oh, he only went into Afflicted now. But with how mobile he is, one flaw about the Fortress build, you can kind of be a bit slow with it too. Although, having the ability to block some pretty strong attacks is like, oh my god, that's... Oh, I don't know how it got through the guard, if I was just at the wrong angle for it. But I feel like I should have been able to guard even that, like, strong attack of his. It might just been my angle was wrong for it. Well, I gotta admit, that is pretty nice when I need to craft ammo. I don't even have to really worry about, like, what the monster's up to. Just face it and you're fine. Okay, that... Okay, no, that's not going to get to us because of the surroundings. Okay, well, that finally got a paralysis on him. Some Embolden procs every time the monster enrages, not just attacking you. But one thing I am a little surprised at is for it being activated, when that happened, we still got hit by a pretty... Yeah, so I don't know if certain attacks are able to punch right through our guard up. Because it feels like even with the angle right, certain attacks are punching right through. Okay, well that one... Yeah, rightfully so kind of punched through because I was in the middle there.
Where's it going?
Okay, let's keep on it. I gotta admit, the slow tank style, as fun as it is not my style of hunting. I miss my mobility with the light bow gun. It just feels like there's a little bit more engagement of... No, maybe it was my angle was off with it. I also gotta try to find out, like, when I might have good opening to try getting the charger procced off, because... Okay. Yeah, the guard can be a bit weird sometimes. There are some attacks that do just seem to bounce off, but others are still really hitting us back. Oh wow, we actually got a... broke off the anomaly burst on him. No, I guess that's him actually out of stamina. I thought he was building up an attack. Like that. Yeah, so that I'm able to block as long as I'm facing the right on with him. Oof. Oh, okay. I'm surprised that both actually, like, connected there to block. Because I thought my angle... It's weird. Certain attacks, the angles feel... Oh. Okay, well, that is easily my fault. Yeah, that's the only problem with the tanking build is you are so slow. It feels like so many opportunities are just out of reach.
I've come up with a good idea.
Okay. Oh, wow, she picked a pretty good one to bring in. Oh, jeez. Wasn't expecting the friendly fire. Okay, let's see if we can... Oh, again, yeah. Heavy bowgun is way too slow for my liking. It can put out some good numbers, but I feel like I would have put out so much more with just being able to, like, steadily have the light bowgun. Oh, actually, that... Okay, so I was able to get through those ones. Oh, I can even block the little anomaly things that come in. That's good to know. But, again, I just gotta try to get him in a spot where I can... keep pace with them. It feels so much like the evade extender is really, really needed. Not even just to get out of moves, but just to keep in close with the bugger. Like, he does not want to stay still for very long. Okay, at least I was able to get this in, so it should make... Oh, and... I just got a reminder, too, of how bad the base dodge is for heavy bowgun. It still, to me, feels like... Oh, well, that's nice to get a part break. I feel like the base dodge is meant to be built off of, like, the evade extender in a way. Okay, we'll see how this goes, but yeah, okay, can block that. So that time I was able to block it all, but I have no idea what the big difference was. Oh, stop moving around, you big bugger. Yeah, like, certain attacks feel like they still hit us for a really strange amount of, like, knockback. I will admit, with how the anomaly bursts keep going out, it's pretty handy to have, No, that didn't do anything. Nor did that. Okay, there's another part break. Yeah, like, that's handy to dart. There are some things that are handy to block through, but those I would imagine should have a higher knockback. There's certain other attacks that seem to, like, get to us. Like, that one makes sense to have a pretty big knockback like that. But then this one... Oh, crap. Oh, wait, did that... That didn't actually break our... Now, that's interesting. One of the reasons I dislike the heavy bowgun switch skills are because they often lock you into a really long animation to, like, apply the effect. Or, like, for the countercharge, mostly. Ow. Oh, and he's... Okay, that might be a problem with taking the followers for these quests. Is that if he gets, like, locked onto one of them... See, I have no problem that we'd probably be able to do this if it was a full 50-minute quest. But with only the 35 minutes and how, like...
I'm just not as strong.
Might as well make this while I'm trying to get through... Oh, I... Okay, get rid of that. I thought I had started using the... Okay, there we go. Let's get that through and on. Well, this... If I could keep him on me, this would actually be a really great spot to fight him in. Because they put down one of the Escurgo, or Escurgots. Yeah, again, the switch skill is garbage, in my opinion. Because any multi-attack following it up can easily ruin it. Like, roars you're good with, but anything that's like part of a combo... The countercharger loses all of its versatility. And the only thing I can think of is that attack is striking behind us for why that keeps getting through like that. And it's on its way again. Okay, let's keep on her. Yeah, I have to admit, the tank build sounds fun, but it's not that much fun in practice. It's way too slow, and because you are taking so many hits, it kind of feels like if you're going to use it, it's best to do it in multiplayer so you can be the focus of the monster's, like, problems, and other people can just easily get the damage in. Because heavy bowgun, oh, that dodge is still terrible. Yeah, I'm going to try using the Wyvern Heart. Like, as long as you're in the shooting with it, the shield's not going to proc off.
Very kind.
Ready to jump back into the action.
Yeah, I keep making mistakes trying to use it to get better with it, but it's just not a very good thing to try using. Oh, but this might be good for me. Yeah, this'll help us quite a bit. And let's just keep going until we have the very end. Okay, and we probably will be able to take him down. He just hit his limp phase.
Impressive fighting skill.
Okay, let him do his big thing. Okay, he completely missed us there. Yeah, I don't think you have to worry too much about dying when you use this build. It's more so just making sure you can get the damage out to be able to take the monster down.
Here we go.
There we go. I mean, I'm not the best with heavy bowgun, but it goes to show even if you are bad like I am, you won't cart out at least. You'll probably have to worry about how long the times might take with depending on what shot type you use. This might have gone better if I actually had used a normal build, because then I would have had the extra range instead of having to try to get the spreads into range with it. But I can see that the Fortress mode, or the Fortress build that uses Embolden and everything, it does let you defend against so many things. If you're going to go with a team, take the diversion skill, let yourself be the main target a lot, and just let everybody else just wail into the monster from any side they want, because you are a fortress at that point. Unless there's something a little wonky with the hitboxes, like say the attacks are landing behind you and the blast is like hitting your back, you're going to be able to block through so much stuff. We saw the anomaly bursts you block through. The little bugs that go around in the circle after, or the curios, not a problem. Even Scorn's biggest attacks, if you can keep the angle right towards where they're landing, you're absolutely fine. It is a bit slow going, trying to make sure, like, if you can get in range with certain ones. So I'd probably say, don't go for a spread build like I did. Go for a pierce or a normal. I think my line of thinking was, if we get attacked so often, it's going to be in range a lot for us. It's not always the case, given how Magnamalo is so dynamic and uses so much of the space around itself, or, well, around the area to maneuver with. Overall, though, still got to show it off. Thank you so much again to, I believe it's Negative Enigma and Todd Wheelhouse for the suggestion. It can be a lot of fun, I just used the wrong technique for it. I should have used something that gave me more range to, like, be able to shoot at it from further away. But yeah, we are good to end this episode right here. Next episode, I am going to try and see if I can make use of the Wyvern Heart ability a bit more, and see if we can build something with that to get some pretty good numbers going. But thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Until I do see you in the next video, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.